Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Monday, March the, I think I'm gonna guess at this one, the 8th, somewhere in there. And man, look at this weather. Not a cloud in the sky. It's 50 degrees. And we're back over here in the Tallville in the wheat field. And the only thing I'm doing here today is getting my rogator, which is behind me. I got it warming up. And we'll be moving back toward the valley. Possibly doing some burn down spray on some corn land, which means killing the weeds that are out there on land that we're going to plant corn. I'm not sure, but I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to regroup when I get back to the shop. Like I said, it's like a 45-mile drive, so got a little time to think about what I'm going to do. Everybody else is in Lounsboro plowing. PA and Dad just came over here and got the water trailer, and they took my truck and chemical trailer back. The wheat over here is looking better. It had the little ends on it that was from the either frost. I mean, I definitely had frost on it, but I don't know if it's freeze or frost. But anyway, it's coming out of it good now. It like that's a new leaf right there, and it looks good to me. And it's not as noticeable across when you look across the field. I don't know, it's just growing out of it, what it is, with all this great sunshine and warm weather. Anyway, let's get started with the day. Going back across the Alabama River. Water looked a little muddy. We made it. Long drive. Neck's kind of hurting from all the stress, but we made it. So now it is time for us to regroup and get a game plan, figure out what we're going to do next. Alright, been on the phone with the BASF rep, William, and with Brad at Nutrien. Anyway, getting a game plan on what I want to do on the corn burn down. That's a pre application of herbicides on the corn before we plant, and we had had all that planned out like a month and a half before this, but then, you know, things changed. Commodity prices started going up like crazy, and some of the fields that you had intended were corn swapped to beans. Anyway, ordered the chemical, and won't be here today, so there will not be any spraying today. My dad wanted me to go check on Josh and James and them that are plowing up there at Lounsboro. I'm gonna unhook the trailer from the truck and head up there and check on them and see how they're doing. What we're changing up this year with our chemical program is we have got some grasses that are starting to come into our fields that are really hard to kill. And there's two of them that are really bad. Signal grass and that Panica buffalo grass, or Texas Panica or something like that. Anyway, we're having major trouble with them, and so we're kind of changing up our chemical program this year, and we're going to really go after these grasses. So it'll be interesting to see if we control them throughout the whole season this year, because that's what we're going after. So what I got Josh doing is I'm having to teach him how to do this, but we always struggle on our end rows. Some people call them turn rows. Anyway, we call them end rows. Basically, it's the rows that go around the border of each field. and they always get compacted really bad from doing a lot of turning around, planting, and just a lot of traffic goes down the inrows. And tried several different things over the years to cut down the compaction, and just haven't come up with a good remedy. So this year we got the paratills out, and I'm trying to train Josh on doing the inrows, which the satellite will drive most of it, but unfortunately our inrows are not perfectly, we don't have perfect square fields, so our inrows do this all the time. So and with this plow you cannot turn. You can turn a little bit, but you can't turn much. So I'm trying to train them on what's too sharp a turn and how to compensate for that by picking up and realigning your tractor and all. But they'll get it. It's just I hope this works, basically. It looks a little rough right now where he went, but Mark is on the rolling basket J&M, so he'll come behind him and he'll basically kind of smooth all this back down, so it'll be ready to plant. But look how soft it is right where the paratil ran. And that's what you want. It's breaking up all that hard compaction over the years and getting it real soft on the row. And James, he is out here with the other paratil, and he's going with the rows. He's going back and forth with the rows. But having a little issue with the Trimble. Golly, it did it again. The guidance is going off. It's not losing signal. It's just like you manually reached over there and cut the button to cut the guidance off. So I swapped screens with the other tractor, the one Josh was running, to see if that would correct it, and obviously it didn't. Now that was Mark. He was on the J&M rolling basket, and this is the way it leaves it. It does perfect. It smashes down that little ridge. This was kind of raised up from where the paratil came through there. It does two things. It smooths out any clods that the paratil brought up. It breaks them up into this. And then it also, where that paratil shank goes through there, and it kind of raises this bed up a little bit, it leaves a crack where wind can actually get down in there and really do you some harm. It can go down in that crack and it will dry that land out, and it'll be bone dry up under there. So what it's doing is it's kind of mashing this back down, and also it's breaking up any clods that the paratil had brought up. It's basically getting it as smooth as it can for the planter. Alright, everything is fine up here except the Trimble on James, which will not be fixed today, so nothing I can do about that. But James will be pretty aggravated running it, having to hit that button all the time, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna head back toward Benton, and I'm gonna get me some lunch, and then we'll regroup after lunch and figure out a plan. Okay, let me catch you up what's going on. Got through eating lunch, and Dad headed back up there to Lounsboro to check on James and Josh were plowing, really to check on that Trimble satellite, and he said he was still having an issue. James was. So we talked with Mike at Vantage South, and he's going to swap out the screen with a loaner, basically, just to get us by. We'll send off the other screen like we've done before, and anyway, they'll get it worked on, we'll get it back. Dad is probably calling me. PA. Okay, where was I? Oh, Dad is going to meet Mike halfway and get a screen today, and that way in the morning I can program it and get it in our tractor, and anyway we'll get back to running. And in the meantime, look what came in. You know where these go? If you watched the last video, 2 videos ago, you would. Right there. All these are dry rotted. So, I don't have everything I need. I ordered some extra gaskets, and also I ordered some extra end caps. They hadn't come in, so I think I can do most of it with what I got, and I'll just have to probably just use some of these old end caps till the new ones come in, and then I'll just pop the new ones on. But anyway, I'm gonna get started working on this. And if you're wondering what PA is doing, he called me because the loader, Lord, bees are out. Anyway, he called me. Gotta watch that thing. Anyway, he called me because the loader was running hot, and he's over there moving dirt, filling in a ditch that had been washed out. He had been working on it last week till it got too wet, so that's where he is. But me and that bee right there are gonna go rounds. Whew, before it's over with. God dog it. Another change of plans. That was actually Michael called me from Nutrien, and the end caps and gaskets just arrived. So I'm gonna drop everything I'm doing right now and head up to Nutrien and get all those parts. So that way when I put it all together, it will be done. I can check it off the list and won't have to come back later and do it. We have arrived at Nutrien. So I'll go in here and see Michael and grab those parts. What I will be doing, as I said earlier, all these are dry rotted. So basically I'll just, instead of taking them all off at once, I'll just take these 2 off. There's a section, so they work together. So I'll take these off and then put 2 new ones on before I move to that. So we'll just do them, basically it's 5 sections. We'll just do a section at a time so I don't get it all screwed up. So basically I will be pulling out this little pin right here, pulling these 2 tops off. The end cap. And pull that, God, pull that hose off. Alright, then all I have to do is basically unbolt it right here, and then I'm ready to put the new one on. Alright, it's the wrong way. This is the right way. I feel like I'm getting that confused all the time now for some reason. That one. And it's off. This is no good right here. We'll throw that away. Alright, let's see if we can get a new configuration of the new one to match just like this. Okay. I got these 2 together. This is the 2. They're imitating the 2 that I took off. See a little ball in there? That's basically a flow rate type deal that comes with 4. And basically you figure out each one of them weighs a different weight, And I know this color right here, whatever color it is, that's the one I need for the rates that I'm gonna be doing. Put these little screws on. Okay, that one is basically done. So got new caps on the top, got new end cap. Oh, I got one more thing to do. I got to replace this gasket right here. I don't know why I feel like for some reason my thumb is gonna get stabbed by this thing, but it didn't. All right, there's the old one, and I'll go ahead and put a new one on. Whew, getting a little aggravated with this thing, but at least the bee is gone. I hadn't seen the bee since I got back from nutrient. Must have got scared of me. Finally got it in. So that section, road 13 and 12, is done. Now I got all these to do. I say we quit fooling around with this thing and do a time lapse, and then let's see if we can knock it out. What do y'all think? Let's do it. Well, I think I'm just gonna stop. I just finished this middle section. I just have 2 more to go. And anyway, my corn seed just arrived. What corn I'm getting from local seed. So I'm gonna go get it unloaded. But guys, that's probably gonna be it for the video. If you made it to the end, thank you once again for watching our channel. We really appreciate it, and loving all the comments. Keep them coming. I try to answer every one of them, either that day or the next day. So really enjoying getting a lot of feedback from y'all. So keep them coming. And then the other thing is, as I start getting this seed in, I'll show y'all basically what brands of seed I'm gonna plant in corn. So we'll look at the corn lineup, and we'll see each team, and we'll see how they do throughout the season. So it will be very interesting once we get all this different varieties of seed planted, to watch them grow and document how they're doing throughout the season with tissue samples and stuff. So love that part of farming. It's very interesting to me, and hopefully I can make it interesting in video and all of it. But got a lot of things happening this year, and also I got some really big things that's just up here in the air that we're just trying to work out right now, some details. But I may have some pretty big news coming on a lot of different things, but I gotta wait till the ink dries on a lot of it. So anyway, stay tuned for that one. But that's it, guys. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching.